Hello?
Hey, I think I know what the first video should be for Slightly.
What are you thinking?
I think it's time to finally find Jeffrey Nichols.
I'm lost in these memories, living inside my own confusion.
Hello and welcome to not only the first Slightly Lost, but welcome to the first video on the Slightly channel. I am 1/3 of Slightly, Mr. Austin Lampley, and collectively, we are Slightly on both Twitter and Instagram. And look, I know what you're saying. You're looking at me right now, and you're saying in the comments, you look like you're about 21 years old. You look so young. And to that I say, no, I'm actually 27. I'm pretty old. I'm an elder. And believe it or not, 10 years ago this year, I graduated from high school. And ever since high school, ever since 2015, there's been one thing on my mind every single year. Every year, I try to figure out what happened to Jeffrey Nichols. In high school, I was wanting to be an actor so badly. So to begin that journey, I took theater class nearly my entire 4 years there. Now in theater class, we would all be separated into different groups so we could all just practice acting on each other. So 2012, sophomore year, the group I was in was me, Kayla, and Jeffrey. Now, Kayla and Jeffrey had known each other since freshman year, and I had somewhat been adopted into their group since my friends from the previous freshman year of class chose not to take theater again. Now, I usually tell people this all the time, but 2012, my sophomore year, one of the funnest times in my life. Having Kayla and Jeffrey as my best friends was so fun. They were absolutely hilarious, and I looked forward to going to class every single day. Now, 2013 comes around. Junior year, Jeffrey just decides to move away. Now, since this took place over a decade ago, there's a lot of details that I simply can't remember. The first thing is, we think he moved to California. I vaguely remember him saying something about California. I don't know if he had moved previously from California or if he's going back. There's something about California there. Now, there's a part of me that feels like we had gotten his phone number before he left, because if someone moved, you would probably get their phone number. Now, because of time and all the years that have gone by, the phone that I had that year has been lost to time. I don't know where it is. I don't even know if the number could be on there. Now, since we've graduated, I've been wanting to know where exactly Jeffrey has been. And you might ask, hey, wouldn't it be as simple as going onto Facebook and just typing in Jeffrey Nichols? Oh, we did that. I remember that Jeffrey didn't have any sort of Facebook back in high school, so it doesn't really shock me that he still doesn't have a Facebook after all these years. I've searched LinkedIn, I've searched Instagram, I've searched Google, I've searched any sort of media site that this man has been on. I've typed in every sort of Jeffrey Nichols, different spellings, different ways. He doesn't show up. And I know you're probably asking right now, what about Kayla? What about the girl that sat with you and Jeffrey back in high school? Could she have any sort of insight into all of this? And to that I say, maybe. You see, Kayla is not only my best friend, but she's a part of Slightly. And look, I've seen the tweets that Kayla is the most important person in our videos, and she should be seen more. And to that I say, you're an absolute psychopath, because this is our first video. She has never been in a video, so I don't know what you're watching. But if you want to hear from Kayla and you want to hear her insight into Jeffrey Nichols, let's go talk to Kayla.
I bet you're wondering why I've brought you all together today. On this, the day of my daughter's wedding. I don't think Jeffrey will ever be found. I think he lives only in my mind, and Lampley's mind. It's a shared hallucination between us. I like to think that he changed his name, got plastic surgery, and became a professional snowboarder. You know, the last memory I have of Jeffrey, he looked up at the sky over Creekwood High School. He said, Kayla, one day I'm going to get plastic surgery, change my name, and become a professional snowboarder. loved theater and snowboarding. I think Jeffrey went where all good boys go when they I think Jeffrey is somewhere with the family. He's an engineer. He's got 2 dogs. I think he's in Nebraska. But really, I think he might have been a military baby. I think he actually lived closer to Clarksville. The first time I met Jeffrey Nichols was in freshman year theater class. We had the tables in groups of 4, and he was in my group of tables. Table. Table. I almost married him, I think. I almost married him in our town, and then I got bumped to the... Yeah, I was the narrator. I could have been Jeffrey Nichols' wife. It's little known, but there is an ancient feud between skiers and snowboarders. You do not want to get into it. I never hung out with Jeffrey Nichols outside of school because he was a figment of my imagination. Say Jeffrey Nichols. Lampley, what's the last movie you had with Jeffrey Nichols?
That's all I remember.
He was doing some shit in a play. It was a good play. Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
So the most we know about Jeffrey is that he should be at least 27 or 28 years old, just judging about how old me and Kayla are. He lived in Middle Tennessee from at least 2012 to 2013, specifically in the Dixon County area. And he may have potentially moved to California or came from California. We're not really sure where, but I feel like there's some sort of California connection there. So if you think you know the Jeffrey Nichols that we're looking for, please get in touch with us. You can either comment down below, we'll read the comments. You can get in touch with me at the Lampley on both Twitter and Instagram. You can get in touch with us at We Are Slightly on both Twitter and Instagram. Me and Kayla have been wanting to hear from Jeffrey for years, past a decade at this point now. We just want to hear from him again, and we just want to know what's happening in his life since he moved away. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
Try to